Hello students. So today we will learn about the IoT levels and deployment templates for the IoT environment, and almost the unit 1 will be covered in this lecture, and we next in the next lecture we will start unit 2. So here you will find some of the levels, IoT levels and deployment templates of IoT systems. So first of the thing is the device. So device is important when you are going to decide a uh, IoT system. Then device is important, that on which system you want a IoT system, right? So IoT devices needed. For example, IoT devices are too many. IoT devices are there. For example, Node MCU. Most of you students know about the Node MCU. Most of you know about the Raspberry Pi. So these all are the IoT devices, and these can be implemented and used for the remote sensing, actuating, and remote monitoring capabilities. Next is the resources. So resources are software components often on the IoT devices. So point is this, that when we need to access, process, or store some information, and or controlling some actuators, then we need resources. Next is the controller services. So whatever the data we collect from the sensors, or whatever the data we need to provide to the actuators, is all these things happened by means of the microcontroller or microprocessor. So these are the controller services. We need the data for the manipulation whenever we need a IoT device. Next is the database. So the database is required when you just basically capture some of the information. For example, if you want to monitor the activity of a person, then on internet, then you can collect its database. Then you need a data of him. Then on that base, on the activity of this person, you can provide him more convenient way to live the life. Okay. Another example of the database is when you want to capture the data of over the year of an agriculture field. So then over the year and year, that will be more beneficial for the agriculture field to provide some prediction model on the base of so that the more crops uh, can be cultured over there. Next is the web service. So web service serves as link between IoT device, application, database, and analysis component. So it is an important part. I would like to tell you that go to thingspeak.com, thingspeak or .com or thinger.com. So such kind of thinger.io, Blink server. So these type of services are the web services which which provide the front end to the user of the IoT devices, and basically whatever the system will do, it is on in the back end of the system, and these all things are handled by the web services. Analysis components. So it is possible for the analyzing the IoT data and generate results. So it is by means of the analysis component. Application. So it is an interface that the user use to control and monitor various aspects of the IoT system. Okay. Applications are various in the IoT field. So that may be the you can say, for example, it is very simple, like sensing some sensor value or some physical value using sensor with the IoT device, or it may be complicated as to capture the data of a country. So it may be like that also. So the application varies accordingly as per use. So now you see the IoT level 1, that how our devices are connected with each other. So that is the IoT level 1, and here you can find one thing, that is local app or REST WebSocket communication, and there is a database. So REST WebSocket services are there, controller services are there, resources are there, devices are there. So we need to monitor some of the data. So it is a monitoring node, and this node basically collects the data and manipulate the data in the device. Then resource is there, I have already told you about the resource. And then controller service is there. Then this is controller service provide the data in the database. And then a WebSocket is there which provide the data to the endpoint, right? So endpoint may be your mobile, maybe your computer. So likewise this all these things happen locally. Okay, there is no any type of the internet involved in this type of the IoT system. So in that system, these all things are happening locally, in a local network, in a local area. Okay. In IoT level 2, the things goes to the cloud also, and it is controlled by the internet also. So device take the data, resources are there, and controller service provide some manipulation of the data, and then this manipulation of the data is provided to the REST WebSocket service, and this happens by means of the router. And this REST WebSocket communication is basically your router communication with your cloud. So it just take to the WebSocket service, and then the app is there which is controlled by the user, and database is used to store the data of the monitoring device. Now it is a level 3. Now in that case only the storage was happening. In the level 3 you just upload the data in the database, as well as you can monitor the data on your app phone. And one of the thing is the analysis. So whatever the data is there, you can analyze this system. For example, if you want to analyze the temperature of a country, then you can do this. Now it is a IoT level 4. These all levels are basically these are the means by means of which the IoT systems are implemented in the market. So there are devices, there are many devices, and there are many services. As I have already told you that if you want to collect the data of all over the country, then there are many devices deployed in all over the country, and from these devices you will collect the data for your application. Okay. So here is a node observer. So there are so many nodes, and there is the node observer. REST services are there, and then database and app services are there. After that, one more component is there, and this component is analytics component and IoT intelligence. So it helps us to predict the weather or information of some place or something like that. This is a IoT level 5, and in this case you will find that there are many things. There are endpoint devices also, there are coordinator devices also. So these so many endpoints gives their data to the coordinator, and then this coordinator provide the data to the cloud. So the same thing is happening over here. So all these endpoints are taking the data, and this data is fetched by the control coordinator, and this coordinator provide the data to the REST service or WebSocket service, which is again happening as in the level 4. So there is an observer node, and there is an observer node at the cloud side also, and the analytics of the IoT intelligence components and statistical analysis, all these type of analysis are happening here in the cloud system. So wireless sensor network is one of the great example of it. So you can see so many things over there. That is a IoT level 6. In that case you will find the multiple monitoring nodes are there. One is the centralized node, and then centralized controller, and then this centralized controller provides the data to the cloud system. So many devices are there. Now this centralized controller is basically at the cloud side, and all the data is captured at the cloud side, and then this centralized controller capture the data, and it stores the data at the database. So when you will work on some project in the IoT, then you will come to know that how these things are happening. So enough for this lecture. I will continue from the next unit in my next lecture. So here I have already completed all the things in the unit 1. One of the topic one of the assignment I have given you in the and this assignment I have made the due date for this is 31 July, and on till that time you need to uh, give me this assignment. So I have completed the introduction to sensor network, unique constraints and challenges, advantage of the sensor networks, defining IoT, characteristics of the IoT, physical design of the IoT. I have completed all these things in IoT, physical design, logical design of IoT and functional blocks of IoT, IoT communication models and application of sensor networks in IoT. So that's how we are doing all the work, and in my next lecture I will tell you about machine to machine communication in IoT, and that's basically the definition and all the characteristics of the M2M IoT. So thank you for this lecture.